going on, folks? My name is John Serwin and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I made these homemade bacon grease or bacon fat, rendered bacon fat we'll call it, flour tortillas. Simply all-purpose flour, water, rendered bacon grease, baking powder, salt. Yeah, show you the techniques and how it's done coming up. Stay tuned. All right, folks, so in order to make our homemade flour tortillas, gonna bust out the old stand mixer. We got 360 grams, which is 3 cups all-purpose flour, going right on in. Oh yeah, trying to not make a crazy mess. Next, we got 1 1/4 teaspoon, or I think it was 5 grams? Yeah, 5 grams of baking powder. Very important, baking powder, not baking soda. Baking powder. Like always, I'll have the recipe in the description. I'll have imperial, or cups, teaspoons, all that, and I'll have grams. I like doing everything in grams. Got a scale. Once you learn to do things in grams, fantastic. 1 teaspoon of salt, which is 6 grams. That goes on in. Next, I got 75 grams, or 1/3 of a cup. Today, I'm using rendered bacon grease, which I just save the bacon grease whenever I make bacon. You can use whatever fat you want. Butter, beef tallow, lard. Today, I'm doing bacon grease. You know what I'm going to do? Make a little well in the center. Maybe that'll help. Oh yeah, 75 grams right in there. And then last but not least, got 1 cup of hot water. What comes out of my tap, I was able to get it to 125 degrees, I think. It's probably down to about 120 degrees. But I am not going to start incorporating that until I get this mixing a little bit, which I'm gonna put my dough hook on and drop her on in. Start her off on 5. Get it into, get that fat kind of incorporated on all of the flour, or as much as it can. And then slowly, I'm gonna start whisking in, pouring in, because this thing's actually doing the work. I'm gonna start pouring in this cup of water. I'm gonna risk this. Let's see how it works out. It's either gonna be awesome or horrible. Oh yeah, avoiding that dough hook. For now, shouldn't get too cocky. I'm just scraping down the sides, getting that flour more towards the center. So I guess this is kind of like when you make biscuits, how you want it to be crumbly. I'm kind of going with that technique first here. Get the fat and the flour all kind of melded together before you add the liquid. So now, it's as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna add in my water, kind of slowly. I don't know, we'll look at editing. That was probably over, 15, 20 seconds maybe? And yeah, I got the dough hook on 5, gonna let this all incorporate. Probably let it go for about 5 minutes. See where we're at there. I'll give you some progress when we're done. All right, try to give you an idea of what it looks like. We are currently about 2 minutes in. I'm probably gonna go for a total of 5 minutes till it all starts pulling away from the bowl and rides up that dough hook a little bit more. All right, now that the mixer has given us all she's got, we are going to turn her off. I'm going to, kind of climbed up the dough hook. A little bit of a shaggy, wetter dough right now. So what I'm going to do is turn it out onto a work surface here, or my butcher block, onto a lightly floured surface, and see how much flour it can absorb. I'm going to do some hand kneading now. And then get this dough out of the bowl. Now you can always hand knead this completely on your own, but why when we got mechanical advantage? I'm going to go ahead and use the mixer whenever I can. Use this mechanical advantage whenever I can. It's kind of like when you go to a roof. Are you going to use a chainsaw or an axe? Yes, the axe is always going to work, but if you have it, use that chainsaw. All right, so we're going to knead a little bit. See how much flour this could possibly take up, because this is kind of a higher hydration. Go ahead and get up all this flour. Kind of make a nice skin. And take this, just plop it back into the work bowl and cover it with a tea towel or kitchen towel, whatever. 15 minutes, we'll be back. All right, now that our tortilla dough has rested for the last half hour. We're gonna go ahead and turn this out. You know, we're gonna get some flour down first, some bench flour. Go ahead and turn this out. Flour on top, why not? Let's see how this does. Let this go ahead and incorporate. All right, not bad. Shake off the excess. Or I guess gather up all the excess would be a better statement I should make. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab this, weigh it out, because I wanna make about 12 tortillas out of this. So I'm gonna weigh it out and see what we're at. Well, let's see, we are at 692. All right, let's do a little cheating. Alexa, what's 692 divided by 12?
692 divided by 12 is about 57.67.
All right, so we're going to shoot for 58 grams, 58 gram balls. Let's see how I do.
The ratio is 1:1.
Whoa, Alexa, stop. 58 gram balls, let's see. 48, dang, so close. 59, we're going to pinch a little off. 58, perfect. All right, I'm just going to do the old pizza technique, I think. Fold it all in, fold it in, fold it in, fold it in. Ball it up. And that's it. We're going to go ahead, put it on our little sheet pan here and make 12 of these bad boys. And there you have it, folks. There's 12 evenly distributed balls, right? I can tell, I know, these are the first ones I did. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and roll them out and to about, I don't know, 10 inches wide, circular, and then cook them and stack them. We'll be ready to roll. All right, going to throw down a little bit of flour, not a crazy amount. Take my first ball, go ahead and press it out. And now, flour this up. This is just like a French style rolling pin, I guess they consider it. Maybe it's not French. It's just like a big old wooden dowel. Flat though, all right? So all I'm gonna do, use my hands, rotate. I usually flip and rotate. Rotate. And just roll it out to as thin as you want it. Do this with all 12, and then we're gonna go ahead and cook them up on cast iron is what we're going to do. All right, got it to my desired thinness. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side and do all the other ones. All right, over here at the stove top, we got our cast iron going. I'm going to see. All right, getting up there. I think that's a nice, what do we got here? 330-ish, 320, somewhere around there. I think that's pretty good temperature. We're going to go ahead and throw one on as a tester. See how we did. Let's go ahead and give this, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute on each side till it starts bubbling up, and then go ahead and flip. All right, getting some nice puff up. Let's go ahead and see. Not too shabby. Voila. I swear that was just my first take. All right, but there you have it, folks. There you go. Homemade yeah, flour tortillas that have a little bit of that smoky flavor in there. Let's go ahead and give a little rip off and try it off here. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been making these too often, but that's fantastic and it's relatively easy. Why don't I just do this? I understand convenience of the store. Don't get me wrong, all about it. But yeah, when I have the time, I am 100% making these. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it greatly. And I just want to leave you with this. You're only making food out of ingredients until you sit down and share them with ones you love. Then it's a meal. All right. Thanks for coming by, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Till next time.